this morning, violence spills on Sydney streets, shots fired and offenders on the run. Flights grounded at Perth Airport after a lightning strike shuts down runways. A major earthquake rattles Colombia, 18 dead, more still missing. And a tense day for mortgage holders today ahead of the RBA's interest rate decision. That's all coming up on Sunrise Early News.
Live across Australia, this is Sunrise Early News.
Good morning. 2 teens are in custody and a manhunt is underway for a third after a shooting in Sydney's southwest in the early hours of this morning. Shots were fired outside a home on Sapphire Place in Eaglevale around 2 a.m. A short time later, police initiated a pursuit with an allegedly stolen white hatchback. The chase coming to an end in the nearby suburb of Raby after the car crashed into a tree. 3 people fled the vehicle. Police locating a 15-year-old and 17-year-old boy. The hunt continues for an offender. A lightning strike has shut down one of the country's busiest airports overnight. Wild weather knocked out a critical runway and taxiway lights at Jandakot Airport in Perth, grounding flights after sunset without special clearance. The airport is a major hub for state emergency services, including the Royal Flying Doctor Service. It's understood the RAC rescue helicopter and WA Police Air Wing were not impacted. The airport hopes to have at least one runway reopened by this evening. Well, the clean-up continues across South Australia after wild winter weather triggered flash flooding and more than 500 calls for help. Some areas recorded more than 100 millimetres of rain, causing major damage and closing roads.
It came with an almighty bang.
Just not the set. Oh boy, yeah, that's very close.
And left an almighty mess.
Rainfall rates around that 30 to 40 millimetres within 1 hour, extending from around that Elizabeth, Salisbury area across Modbury and then into the Athelston, kind of Newton areas.
The front creating a new water feature at the Athelston Footy Club.
The oval behind us was absolutely flooded and the only place for it to run off is towards the club room, and that's where it all went.
The impact widespread and continuing overnight. Mudslides spilled across roads in Coromandel Valley, while at Goodwood, this car park disappeared beneath the water. The road giving way at Newton, the Mawson Lakes catchment burst, causing chaos for morning commuters with major arterials forced to close. But not everyone heeded the warnings.
You glad these guys could help you?
Yeah, they helped me a lot.
At Hillier, a man and woman were forced to climb through a window of their car after becoming trapped in floodwaters. And as that rescue was taking place, another driver became stranded. He escaped, but the raging current swept both vehicles away. The recovery of 2 cars swept away by floodwaters here at Hillier has been deemed too dangerous, with crews set to return once water levels drop.
It's pretty deep there, so a fair bit of water.
The SES responding to more than 550 call-outs.
So we've seen mainly flood impacts, although we have seen trees down. We've seen some significant impacts to some of the metropolitan roads.
Winter packing a punch. Jonathan Edwards, 7 News.
Now to developing news. Dozens of people have died after a powerful earthquake sent buildings crashing down across Western Colombia. Let's go live to Miley Hogan in Washington, D.C. Miley, rescue efforts are now underway.
Sal, good morning. This is really a critical time. Rescue crews are trying to get into those hardest hit areas to try and find survivors who are trapped inside those buildings that have collapsed. This earthquake rocked the western side of Colombia around 7:30 a.m. on Monday morning local time. The images that are coming out of that area show the power of this earthquake and the extent of the damage, but this is a developing story and the death toll has just been updated to 111. Dozens of other people are injured and they do believe people are trapped inside those buildings. Crews are now racing against the clock to try and get as many people out as they can, and they are also working under the conditions where there may be aftershocks as well. At this stage, officials say that this is the most powerful earthquake to hit Colombia in the past decade. Sal?
Yep, sounds like a very difficult and desperate time. All right, thank you very much, Miley Hogan there. Well, Australians are holding their breath today as they await the Reserve Bank's decision over the next interest rate. As inflation continues to ease, it is expected the RBA will keep the current cash rate on hold at 4.35%. This would mean relief for households after 3 consecutive rate hikes earlier this year. However, there are still warnings the high interest rates may be here to stay. There are new warnings this morning that Victoria's contentious work-from-home laws will bomb businesses back into the Stone Age. The equivalent of 5 MCG playing fields of office space will be abandoned next financial year as more people return to remote work. Leading business groups are applying more pressure on the Premier to scrap the bill entirely or risk productivity moving interstate. Queensland could be facing hundreds of bird flu cases within weeks as experts warn seagulls will become the biggest threat to spreading the virus nationally. More than 220 cases have been confirmed across the country, with South Australia the epicentre recording 152 alone. Only 1 case has been detected in Queensland, helping keep poultry displays at the Ekka on track, but the deadly virus has already forced Adelaide to cancel its bird show, with Melbourne and Perth now reviewing their plans. All right, let's get a check of Tuesday's weather now. Brisbane, sunny, 24 degrees. Sydney, sunny, 21. Canberra, partly cloudy, 13 degrees. Melbourne, cloudy, 15. Hobart, cloudy, 15 degrees. Adelaide, showers increasing, 16. Perth, partly cloudy, 17 degrees today. And Darwin, cloud clearing with a top of 30. Stay with us, still to come on Sunrise Early News. London's £8 million luxury car haul outrages motorists. And valet Ben Jones, the Dukes of Hazzard Star, passes away at 84. That's next on Sunrise Early News.